We just went through the worst week since 2008, with the Dow plunging another 913 points today, S&P plummeting 4.34%, the NASDAQ nosediving 3.79%. At one point, the market looked like it was going to roar, and you know what? We were actually lucky. We were lucky it was only down that much, because if things don't break right, we're going to be experiencing a lot of weeks that are worse than the depths of the Great Recession. Why? Because we are fighting a two-front war in this country right now. We need to beat the coronavirus, a scourge that's unrelentlessly easy to catch and often requires hospitalization, far more hospitalization than we can actually provide. At the same time, we need to preserve the economy, an economy that in many ways is no longer open for business. There are 100 million workers who could potentially lose their jobs if we don't shut down COVID-19 soon. People's life savings are going to be pulverized as company after company suspends their dividends. Investors sell their 401ks into this maelstrom of fear and unremitting panic because they need the cash. They need the cash right now. It's like a slow grind financial health apocalypse. The plummeting of price of oil, it isn't helping either. We need to get crude back over $30, or else the layoffs in the oil patch will be immense. Fortunately, that's a man-made crisis that the president can stop with one phone call to the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. It was the decline in oil that turned the stock market from up till down. Unfortunately, right now, we seem to be losing the war on both fronts, the virus and the economy. While I'm confident that we'll ultimately triumph over COVID-19, as confident as everyone else, it might not happen fast enough with tens of millions of laid-off workers burning through their savings. God help anyone who was living paycheck to paycheck. Next week, the healthcare front and the financial front, well, they're going to collide. When we come in on Monday morning, we're going to learn the true size of the Senate stimulus bill. It needs to be as big as possible. I'm hearing $2 trillion, larger than many people expect, but I think $4 trillion makes more sense. People keep saying we need to fight this thing with a bazooka. I mean, are you kidding me? We need thermonuclear weapons. You know why? Because we're also going to start hearing about an explosion in new infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. We know this virus spreads exponentially, but we have trouble processing what that means. So the figures will seem stunning and terrifying in equal measures. The government's behind the curve when it comes to the fight against the pandemic front. The least we could do is take these financial fears off the sagging shoulders of America. Believe me, it's worth the effort and the money. As long as we can tide over regular people while we wait for some kind of treatment or vaccine, the stock market will eventually stop cratering. It will help people's savings. Our only hope on Monday, if the president does call the Saudis and reads them the riot act over the weekend, that could prop up the price of crude. Saudi Arabia and Russia are engaged in the dumbest price war in history. They're overproducing to crush both the American industry and each other. The Saudis want us hooked on their cheap oil again, but that's a pipe dream. They can destroy our oil companies, by the way, but they can't actually destroy our oil. Still, I can't believe that Exxon now yields 10%. Seems as unsustainable as it is sacrosanct.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.